Hey world, 9 minutes motivation at 9 a.m. is inspired by me and sponsored by the Kingdom College, preparing you for life. The college that teaches you business skills, life skills, and academics at the same time. I am Deepak here, and my life is beautiful and I stay on top of the world because I work as worship. Last night we had, last evening we had Gayatri Mantra chanting that we always have on the first of every month. 108 times we chant. It takes almost little over 3 hours to chant. Just before the chanting started, maybe an hour or maybe earlier than that, Vaishali, my wife, and me were sitting, and she was just sharing. Since morning, I don't feel like coming for chanting. I feel like skipping it this time, and I've been trying to convince my mind about why should I miss it. I should go ahead and do. It's nothing to lose, all to gain. And she herself was complaining, and she herself was answering herself, and then she said, then I realized in the entire daytime, I'm just sharing with you, she said, so many times my few months back, my health was not good, she said. And when my health was not good, I needed that mantra. I needed the chanting. I needed the energy and vibrations. So I really pushed myself, applied myself, and sat in every chanting. It was it was difficult for me physically to sit for this process, and I have done it. Now I'm absolutely healthy and fit. I'm actually enjoying my life to the hilt. And today I'm just wondering when everything is going right, why my mind is playing this game that I don't want to sit for chanting today. So I told myself, now when uh, things were not great, I was in a bad condition of health. That time I pushed myself, so I came to normal. Today, when I'm already feeling normal on a positive side, if today I do chanting, won't it give me actually multiply my result? Because earlier it was coming from minus to not even plus to neutral. Also, I was more than happy. Today, I'm little over neutral, little more positive, happier in life. Now, if I do it, won't it multiply my happiness and multiply my health? And I said, yes, that's the point. I'm very glad that you realized it. When she came and she sat, and for 3.5 hours yesterday, we had a very deep experience of very energetic, very powerful experience of Gayatri Mantra chanting, and it all went. And I was just in this loop of thoughts. Isn't it the reality for most of us? A trap for most of us, and we get in the trap. I agree. Initially, almost all of us meditate for peace because we want to have peace in our life. So we sit every day, this chanting, pranayama, yoga, this process, that kriya. So we do a lot of meditation processes to experience peace. We do meditation for peace. But I think eventually, most of us, even if not peace, we acquire quietude, noiselessness, and certain amount of state of silence and peace also. Don't you think at some point of life, actually the gear should be shifted or the phase should shift that till now you meditated for peace. Now you should meditate out of peace. Say another example. Initially, including me, all of us started our career for money. We wanted to work for money. We pushed ourselves for money and we did it. But that should not be till the end of our life. I think a phase should come when there should be this beautiful transition where today you don't work for money. Today you work out of money. You have enough money with yourself. And just for the sake of ex- expressing yourself, expressing your talent and potential, you work. As a byproduct, money comes. So initially, at one phase, initial phase, you worked for money. I think today you should work out of money. I remember this is a very uh, common thing which happens with people. If I do this, I'll get happiness. If I marry the person of my choice, I will become happy in life. If I get this car of my choice, I'll become very happy in my life. So we all everything we did for happiness. But don't you think Eventually, you'll realize, and you should actually have this transition. Till now, I did everything for happiness, and that thing controlled my happiness. From now onwards, I will do everything out of happiness. It doesn't matter what results come, positive, negative, what outcome comes, favorable, unfavorable. I'm doing everything out of happiness. I'm not doing something for happiness today. I'm doing something out of happiness or everything out of happiness. And then you can apply this everywhere in life. You went for love in that relationship and you did everything possible to get that relationship. Now that you have the relationship, are you still looking for love or now you are operating out of love? Till you had the relationship, till you get the relationship, you are everything you're doing for what you're doing this. Somebody asked, no, I want to marry this person for love. I want to be with this person for love. So everything was for love. Now that you have got the person in your life, don't you think this is a trap which most of us have got into? And I think I'm so happy Vaishali broke the trap. Now that I have the person of my choice in my life, I will no more operate expecting him or her for love, but I will operate out of love. A huge amount of emotional shift in the domain of emotion, in the mental state, everything will shift if we can only understand. Yes, initially in our immaturities, we did everything for wanting to have, and then eventually at different stages of life, different time periods, we all got it in our life. But don't you think after we had it in our life, after we have it in our life, don't you think we should start operating out of that for which we started our journey? Think about it. You wanted a job, you build a house for security. Now that you have a job, permanent job, you also have a permanent house for yourself. Now, shouldn't you be actually living secured? But I have seen people, even after having their own house, now they're insecure about theft, insecure about some wrong will happen, insecure about something will go wrong, the job might lose. You did everything for, you build the house for security. In fact, there are people who build houses for security. And after all that, they still feel insecure. I think very purpose of building the house is gone. It is not having a shelter on your head. It is all about having the heart sheltered for a lifetime. That now that I have my house, I have nothing to worry about. Anything happens, I can manage myself. Now you live out of security, and living out of security is a strength. Living out of love is a strength. Living out of happiness is a strength. Living out of peace is a strength. Living out of success is a strength. Doing and living for something will make you desperate, and don't live life in that desperation. I'm living for, no, I'm living out of whatever you want with that belief. I don't take 9 minutes motivation, I take 9 minutes motivation out of motivation because I feel motivated. Out of my motivation comes what comes every morning at 9 o'clock. With that belief, it's a this beautiful day. Out of. I can. So guys, go set and grow.